All right, all right, all right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to early morning, Saturday morning crypto talk. My name is Brandon Ivy, Bitcoin Brandon from Los Angeles, California. If you can type in the chat box where you're listening in from. As a disclaimer, I'm not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I read the news, give my opinion, share suggestion, and it is up to you to make an informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. Now, unfortunately, this morning, we woke up to having what they call an internet brownout in our area. We have no internet service, and kids in my family is freaking out. But I can still go live with my phone using the phone service. So I'm not able to do crypto talk the way I normally would do it by sharing screen and showing the charts. There is a way. I just didn't have enough time to prepare to be doing the whole sharing screen because I'm doing this on StreamYard, and every Saturday morning we do this open for everybody. So we are streaming not only in all of the Facebook groups, also on my personal Facebook page and YouTube and Twitter, the ILCA Inner Circle group, the People's Money Challenge, and the ILCA community. We're streaming everywhere because we do it every Saturday. So unfortunately, I'm not able to, like I said, look at the charts with sharing screen with you guys, but I can still do it on my other phone and talk and speak so you can hear me. You're just not going to be able to follow along with me. So let's see, who do we have on here so far? I see now, since I'm not on my computer, you're only going to show up to me as Facebook user. So I see Van Hairston, good morning from New Jersey. Provis Lofties, Corpus Christi, Texas. Yashika from Georgia, good morning. Facebook user from Chicago, Dave Tayo. VIP from Toronto, Canada. Patty from San Diego. Dorothy Mays from Tampa, Florida. Karen, good morning. Marnita from Colorado. Facebook user from Ohio. Christine Schill from Illinois. Stan Thompson, Michigan. Uh-oh, here we go. Jumped on me. Dagmar from Lake Arrowhead. Paulette Rice from Colorado. Lisa Ragsdale from Maryland. Anita from Toronto, Canada. Facebook user from Cibolo, Texas. Kevin Strouser from Georgia. Sean Brown, good morning, good morning. So welcome everybody. We just finished our 5-day challenge this past week. And if you ask around, this was the best 5-day challenge of them all. And so I love that because every single month it's getting better and better and better. And we're already planning for June's 5-day challenge to be the best of them all so far. So that is going to be on June 21st is the next 5-day challenge. We're focusing heavily on you guys' ability to make money this time, taking advantage of the challenge to make money. Because if you are a VIP, how do I already have scammers that's hopping on here? Okay, I am not on my computer, so I can't ban and delete this stuff. So just be wary. There are scammers that try to pretend to be me or take advantage of my stream. So pay no attention to any of that stuff. Good morning, Fallon. Good morning, Margaretta from Michigan. So we're paying close attention to our VIPs and your ability to make money. So we're going to be doing a lot of things this month to show you how you can make $1,000 to $5,000 a month inside of the ILCA community. How many of you would love to do that? Just by sharing crypto education. Selling the picks and shovels. See, everybody wants to become a crypto millionaire. But like in the gold rush days, who made the most money? Was it the people out there actually digging in the ground for gold? Or was it those that were selling the picks and shovels? We want to teach you how to sell the picks and shovels, get educated at the same time, and making money that you can use to build your portfolio. So you're going to see a lot of stuff in this month from us doing actual trainings, presentations for ILCA, and how would you like to have a full marketing funnel for ILCA that's built out for all those that get our ILCA marketing. You'll have your own marketing funnel with multiple landing pages, capture pages, and all of that for you guys to help to build. We're going to be having all of that. So since I cannot share screen, I am going to take a quick look at the charts. So let me pull up CoinGecko, and we'll see. Last time we did an open crypto talk was a week ago. So we're going to look at the charts based on the past week. So right now, and you guys can do this on your end, all I do is I go to coingecko.com, and the market is telling me we are down 1.2% in the last 24 hours. We're sitting at $1.25 trillion market cap. This is what I'm doing. I'm reading it from here. And Bitcoin is at 28,900. Ethereum is at 1,700. Both of them are up a little bit over the past 24 hours, but I'm going to look at the past week. So Bitcoin is down 0.9% in the past week. Ethereum is down 9% in the past week. I see anything below $2,000 for Ethereum is buying opportunity for Ethereum. We have BNB is up 0.8%. Ripple's down 6%. Anything below 40 cents on Ripple is hella buying opportunity. Cardano dropped by 11%. Solana 15. Doge 3.6. DOT 2.7. Tron though, Tron is up 15% on the week. I don't remember seeing anything in the news about why Tron is having a big explosion, but Tron is up 15% while AVAX is down 18% on the week. Crow is down 9, Near is down 16. Who are the best performers over the last 7 days? A token called XCN. Any of you heard of that token? I'm not familiar with it. I've seen it before, but it is up 89% on the week. And it's only 17 cents right now. 17 cents, but it's up 89% on the week. Down 4.4% the last 24 hours. Tron then is up 15% on the week. Ethereum Classic 12.4. XTZ is up 10%. XEC is up 5. That's about it. The worst performers over the past 7 days, a token I'm also not familiar with, LUNC is down 29%. GMT is down 23%. EGLD 22. Osmo 21. 8. 19. ZEC 19. AVAX 18. Algo 16. So there are a lot of double-digit red for a lot of the top tokens over the past week. So we're still looking at, in my opinion, a flat market that I believe is going to continue to go down a little bit more. He says, have I heard of Bryce? No, I've never heard of Bryce. Now, if you are in the inner circle, you bring that up on Monday morning, and I'll look up Bryce with everybody, and we'll research Bryce to see what that's all about. That's what we do in our inner circle crypto talks. So you got to be in the inner circle, ilcasecrets.com, and that will be on Monday. So the topic for today, and it's killing me that this is now when our internet decides to want to act up on me, because I was very, very shocked when I saw this. Those of you who understand who the Federal Reserve is, you know, the ones who rule the world, they're in charge of all the banking, the financial system in the United States. It's not even a federal agency; it's private. But their board of governors and this is official, and why it caught my attention is because I learned one number in my direct selling days, that the government states 97% of all Americans, and if you don't know this, you might want to write this one down. 97% of all Americans will retire broke, dependent on family, government, and friends by the age of 65. 97%. You got to ask yourself, how many of you know people who have worked a 9-to-5 job all their life and they retired wealthy? How many of you know people? Maybe one, because that only happens 1 out of 100. 1 out of 100. And the federal government has an answer for this. Their answer is, we're going to increase the retirement age from 65 to 72. And they also know that most people pass away 2 to 5 years after they retire. So you work all your life to get to that retirement only to die broke. And why? Because the system is not designed for you to become wealthy. The system is designed for you to become an employee and a productive citizen from elementary school till you die. That's how the system is designed. But those of you listening to me are the brave souls who decided, I want a better way. I want to be able to become an entrepreneur, to chart my own path. And I made that decision when I'm 22 years old. Yeah, 22 years old, almost 40, I'm 45 right now, 20 plus something years ago. And this next month, as we're coming to June, July, I celebrate 10 years of freedom where I walked off my job, I fired my boss, and I've never looked back. I've been working for myself ever since. Ultimate freedom. Freedom is not how much money you have in the bank. Freedom is how much time do you have to yourself. And all your bills and everything is still getting paid. That's freedom. So what shocked me is that they released, the Federal Reserve released a report. Every year they come out with an economic well-being of U.S. households in 2020, or this U.S. household every year, like a census. So the report was from 2020 to May 2021. So we got the COVID, pandemic was still going on heavily during that stretch, 2020 to May of 2021. And we're now personally, right now, all of us are experiencing high gas prices, inflation, high food prices, no baby formula, and the possibility of us going into a recession. I'm telling you, we're already in the recession. They just haven't called it that yet. The recession's already here. So how many of you are feeling like financially and economically you're not so good off? You're hurting financially, economically. Type me in the chat box if you feel that based on the current status right now, our economic situation is not doing very good. They always say it's the economy, stupid. And that's how we feel. Even though if you look at the GDP of America right now, our economy is roaring big time. Unemployment rates at all-time lows. If you want a job, you can get a job. It's just that job ain't paying you a livable wage, but you can get a job. Our economy on paper is roaring, but that's not so much reflected in the stock market, in our pocketbooks, and how we feel about it. So when I saw this report, the first thing that stood out to me was that for the first time ever, they included crypto in their in these reports, and they say the Fed report finds 46% of American crypto holders earn over $100,000. Okay. Stop right there for a second. Here's also a Fed report. 97% of all Americans retire broke. Most Americans don't have $1,000 in their savings account. And most Americans can't afford a $400 emergency without going into debt. That's what it used to be. They have a new report now, which shocked me. But now they're saying 46% of American crypto holders. Now, all of you listening to me right now, I would guess that most of you are crypto holders. If you've been following and listening to me, some of you, you're watching from the sidelines, but you haven't gotten involved yet. But that means you have almost a 50-50 chance that just because you're in the crypto space, that you would be doing more than $100,000. So what odds do you like? The 9-to-5 job model that says 97% of you is going to retire broke? Or the crypto model that says at least 46% of you have a shot at earning more than $100,000? You tell me. I was shocked by that. But then I went to read some more of this of what they're saying. So it says the United States Federal Reserve Board includes crypto data in its new economic well-being of American households report. 46% of crypto holders make more than $100,000 each year. Each year. While 29% make less than $50,000. Now, the average American is earning less than $40,000 a year for a family of four. The average American. But crypto, 29% are making less than $50,000 a year. This isn't me making this up. This is coming directly from the Fed. And do you think the Fed is, are they excited and proponents of crypto and Bitcoin? No, they don't like it at all. But this is a report. They're being accurate here. So 29% of Americans in crypto are making less than $50,000 a year, while 46% are making more than $100,000 a year. I'll tell you this, those that's making $100,000 a year or more are educated in crypto. The 29% are not educated in crypto. They're just going out there trying to figure things out. So what should that tell you? Number one, be in an industry where money is being made. And number two, be educated about it. This is like the Fed is promoting ILCA. Then it says, the Fed report indicates that financial well-being is at its highest despite inflation headlines. So this goes on to state here, and this is just a summary. Now, what did they do? They say the United States Federal Reserve included crypto in its data, which got published in 2022. The Fed released its 9th annual study, which looked at survey results from 11,000 individuals polled between October and November. Now, the question I would have is, who got polled? Who was their target market data? How diverse was it? I don't know. I don't know, because I'm still having a hard time believing some of the things that they come out with. So it says the Fed wanted to know how new products were affecting customers, which is why Fed included cryptocurrency for the first time. According to the Fed, most crypto investors in the United States hold it for investment purposes, with high-income individuals accounting for the majority of them. Due to a lack of conventional bank accounts, low-income people use crypto mostly for transactional activities. So they're saying the wealthy people are getting crypto and holding it. Low-income people are getting crypto and spending it. The Fed's annual report showed that financial well-being is at its highest since the reporting began, and this is their 9th year doing it, with 78% of Americans describing themselves as doing okay or living comfortably financially. I challenge that one. Really? 78% of Americans are describing themselves as doing okay or living comfortably, but then I have to think about it. I can't think about June 2022 or May 2022. I got to think back when this report was looking at numbers, 2020 to 2021. What also took place? While we were in COVID, you had stimulus checks that went out to everybody. You had the government was sending money for if you what was that called? If you had children and you got an extra $300 per child, something like that, or an extra $100 a month per child. I know California had their own deal and the federal had their own deal. So a lot of money was flowing into the American public, which is what caused the inflation in the first place. And so unfortunately for a lot of Americans, instead of, figuring out a way to make that money work for them, they run to Walmart to get a big flat screen TV and whatnot. But Americans had money. That's why prices of everything went up. So you guys can answer for yourself. During, what did they say this, May or 2020 to May 2021, did you think of yourself as being okay financially, at least okay? I did a crypto talk about a week or two ago where I talked about what's the answer to inflation. And the answer to inflation is make more money. Is make more money. That's the answer to inflation. The problem is somebody that's working a 9-to-5 job says, Brandon, that's easy for you to say. I'm working a job. The only way I can make more money is if I get a second job, if I get a promotion, if I get a raise, do I go back to school and get a better degree so I can make myself more marketable in corporate America? That's their thinking of making more money. And I say, no, you got to think completely out of the box. Fire your boss. Get in an industry where money is being made. We're at graduation season right now. A lot of you guys have high schoolers that graduated. Shout out to my little cousin Jasmine in Colorado, graduated from high school. When you go to college and you choose a degree, know the end in mind. I like how Pasha Carter and Steve Carter's daughter looked at that. How much money, if I get a degree in this field and I graduate, how much money is that industry paying their people that got a college degree? You'd be shocked. 90% of them is less than $100,000 a year. What? Yeah. How much money do you spend for college? How much college debt are you with? And then you graduate and the most you can make is $100,000 a year or less after 4 years? That's not where money's being generated. You gotta go in I call it the river of money. And I always say that I gotta do a special crypto talk where we talk about the river of money. So you guys understand what this means, how this works. Money is just energy. That's all it is. It's energy, how it works. I'll do, Marnita, if you're listening to me, remind me another time. I'll schedule where we'll do the river of money, so you have a good understanding of that. It's not taught in school. Wealth principles are not taught in school. So they say 78% of Americans describe themselves as being okay. That is a rise of 3% over the previous 3 years. The report notes that 68% of Americans, this is shocked me too, 68% of Americans could cover a $400 emergency expense with cash or its equivalent alone as a checkup for financial fitness. That is different because years ago, and not that long ago, it was that the majority of Americans could not afford a $400 emergency without going into debt. Now they're saying 68% of Americans could cover that with cash. So I can do my own test here. To you guys, I'm not going to put anybody on the spot, but if you feel you could cover a $400 emergency expense at any given time with cash, type me in the chat box. I'm just curious because they did their report and I'm like, who are y'all talking to? If you had an emergency tomorrow, Could you afford a $400 emergency without going into debt? Interesting. Look at that. That's pretty good. Because it wasn't that way a couple years ago. It looks like the further away we're getting from 2008, the better off people are slowly starting to become. But again, a lot of you guys are in crypto, where 46% of you are making more than 100,000 a year. All right. You know what I didn't see, because I got to go deeper into the report. Another report is that 90% of Americans don't have $1,000 in their savings accounts. I wonder if that number's changed. All right, let me keep going what they say on here. So the Fed for the first time studied cryptocurrency usage. According to the study, 12% of adult Americans owned or used cryptocurrency in 2020. That's a new number. Last time I saw this, it was like 4%. So 12% of Americans owned or used crypto in 2020. Out of that 12%, 46% of them are making more than $100,000. How, I mean, good Lord, the numbers are on your side. You're in the top percentile of Americans. Only out of what, almost 400 million Americans, 300 million something, 12% are in crypto, and 46% of those are making $100,000. So even Demetrius, I'm not making $100,000 yet, but you have a 46% chance that you will if you keep going, especially if you're getting going with your crypto education. Heck, a year ago, my CMO, James Hendricks, didn't want to have nothing to do with crypto. Yet he made more than $100,000 in 30 days because of crypto. And you don't even still really believe in it. You don't need to really believe in something to make money off of it. You know, you don't have to be a true believer in this space. The wealthy hate crypto. They want the status quo to remain the same. But the wealthy have positions in crypto because they're not stupid. It's the best performing asset of the past decade period. So they're going to go kicking and screaming against crypto while they still make billions off of it. Then it says here, the Fed found out that 11% of crypto investors keep it as an investment. That's interesting too. Only 11% is keeping it as an investment. That wasn't me in the beginning. My first few years in crypto, I was not saving my crypto long term. I was spending that sucker because I was living off of it full time. And that was a huge mistake. That cost me billions of dollars because I was spending my crypto. The wealthy aren't spending their crypto. They're not. They're looking the next 3 to 5 years and 5 to 10 years. 2% use it for a purchase or payment, and 1% send it to friends and family. I mean, I use my crypto to pay my bills, my house, my car, my oldest son through college, vacations, travel, my lifestyle. But then I go back and I add all that up, and I'm like, whoa, you know, that's a lot of money, especially when crypto keeps going up. Like when I bought 3 Bitcoin in 2016 for $640, I sold those 3 Bitcoin for $870. What if I held those 3 Bitcoin? In today's dollars, that's almost what, $80,000 plus? Had I held on to it. That's what the wealthy do. Wealthy people get into crypto not to get rich, but to maintain their wealth. Everybody else is trying to get in to get rich, which you can't do. Let's see what else it says here. Investors who own cryptocurrencies tended to be high income, almost always had a traditional banking connection, and typically had other retirement savings. 48% of respondents had an annual income of $100,000 or more, and 89% of those who were not retired maintained a retirement fund. 29% earned less than $50,000. So here's what I see from that, because I had to really think about that. The wealthy aren't advertising. A lot of them aren't advertising that they're actually in crypto or that they have a portfolio or holdings. The ones we hear about in crypto is the ones we see on Facebook, on social media, running their mouths, trying to promote a program to get rich. So it's completely different mindsets here. So if that's all we're being exposed to, we're not seeing where the real money is being generated. The real crypto holders that you don't know about because they don't advertise it. That's where you want to have your mindset. That's why when I do my crypto talks, I'm always listening to guys like the Michael Novogratz, the Raoul Pals, the billionaires in this space, not the Facebook gurus running their mouths about the next greatest opportunity. You know, because I'm always thinking long term. I want to think and act like the wealthy. I don't listen to what they say, though. I follow what they do. Follow what they do. This is interesting. See, it says the profile of the typical crypto user differs dramatically from that of an investor. Okay, notice this difference. According to the Fed report, around 60% of these users had incomes below $50,000, with 20% having earnings under $25,000. Only 24% of respondents made more than $100,000 per year. That's the typical crypto user. 13% of respondents did not have a bank account. This compared to the 6% of adult Americans who were without bank accounts. When it came to crypto use for transactions, 27% of those utilizing it didn't have credit cards versus 17% of the overall population. As measured in this Fed report, overall consumer financial well-being has been at its highest level since the survey began in 2013. Despite headlines of inflation and a possible economic downturn on the horizon, 48% of adults assess their local economy as good or excellent. That I found that shocking as well, because that's not what you see when you turn on the news. You know, you turn on the news, Fox, CNN, MSNBC. Well, when Trump was president, CNN and MSNBC acted like, you know, the economy is going to hell. With Biden president, Fox is acting like the economy is going to hell. So you got to know who you're listening to and who's in office at the time. But the Fed report is just a Fed report. And I find that interesting that 48% of adults consider their local economy as good or excellent. As much as people are screaming about gas prices, this is Memorial Day weekend. Is anybody staying home? Because I saw on the news that they're having record people are still hitting the road. We're just paying that extra money for gas. Got to pay it. They say crypto grows in popularity despite the market volatility. The numbers suggest there is a lot more potential. Like my parents just came back from a week in Hawaii vacation, and my dad is the first to be complaining about price and money. He's got money, but he's always complaining about it. But hey, they took a vacation. Despite the growth rate, the drawbacks for those who use cryptocurrency for transactions included the following. Almost a quarter of respondents lack a high school diploma. Really? A quarter of them lack a high school diploma. They're in crypto. Along with other U.S. agencies, the Federal Reserve has been paying more attention to the digital asset market. The growing popularity has compelled authorities to address these new technologies and their potential effects on the broader economy. On its part, the Fed is considering issuing a central bank digital currency. There we go. It's official. This is their official report, and they're not considering it. It's a done deal. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. In our crypto ILCA community, we've already talked about this. Somebody asked, what night was that? Night 1 or 2 of the 5-day challenge. Somebody asked, what was the difference between CBDCs and crypto? Was that you, Pat, that asked that question? Now we broke that down. Central bank digital currency. which means it's not a matter of if, but when. These are going to go away. Nobody will have cash anymore. And your, do I have any card right here? Your cards, for example, the cards you normally use may still happen because the banks will honor them, but you will have a Fed card, and they already practice this. You know, people don't even realize that this was in practice. But you're going to be given a Fed card, and just to tell you how it would work, if you've been unemployed or you got a stimulus check, you didn't actually get a check in the mail, you got a Fed debit card, and they just put money on that card or a direct deposit into your bank, and then you use that card. So every American will be given a Fed card, or the bank will issue it, and it will say, just like how dollar used to say gold, backed by gold on it, your Visa or debit bank card will have Fed on it, saying it's backed by the Federal Reserve, and all your money in your banks will be digital. Now, if it's a financial collapse that takes place and Americans run on the bank to pull out cash and there's not enough cash to go around, mark my words that this is a possibility. The government will step in and will say something like this: don't worry, don't panic. We are going to honor all the money in your bank accounts up to 50%. We're going to issue the digital coin. We're giving an executive order that all businesses they can't price gouge, and they have to accept the digital dollar, or they're not allowed to do business in the United States. It'll be a force. It'll come down from on top. Best case scenario is they'll say, we're going to honor 100% of all your money in the banks. I don't think they're going to do that unless it's some type of revolution. But in a crisis, and people will accept it because they have no choice. You know, whenever there's a crisis, people will tend to give up freedoms for security and be cool with it because we got to go buy some milk from the grocery store. And that's all the government's waiting to do. Whether this is going to be a natural crisis or a man-made one. The practice was COVID, because the government had an opportunity to give out stimulus checks just to see how this could roll out. So this is already in the works, and they say it right here: central bank digital currency, right on their reports. Some experts believe that the Federal Reserve's policies will result in higher crypto and gold prices. The Fed recently announced a 0.5% increase in interest rates, which is the most significant increase since 2000. The crypto market, like other markets, has plummeted as a result of the same forces that affect traditional finance. Now, here's the deal. The market's plummeted because it was manipulated to plummet that way, where all the uneducated people panicked. What did we talk about last night? There's no crying in baseball. You can't have emotions in this space. You can't panic sell, but most people are uneducated in this space, so they sell their holdings. And guess who's buying it all up? The wealthy, the institutions. I wouldn't be surprised if the Federal Reserve themselves have a huge cache of Bitcoin, or the federal government. In fact, it would be smart. If I was president or an elected official, I would be pushing hard, whether up front or behind the scenes, that the United States has a stockpile of crypto. And not even necessarily Bitcoin. I'd be all up on Ethereum. Stockpile of it. The same way we have gold reserves, we would have crypto reserves as a country. That's just smart. Because whatever you put into that now, imagine what the value of that's going to be 10 years from now. And then the government can still say, yeah, we have the Fed dollar. What is it backed by? Well, we have it backed by our crypto holdings. I don't think our government is smart enough to say that publicly, but I think they are doing something like that behind the scenes, and they're just not public about it. At least I hope so. That would be smart. Like, what happened to all of our gold? When was the last time Fort Knox was audited? Is the gold still there? This goes on to say, blockchain analysis firm Chainalysis found a significant increase in cryptocurrency adoption last year. The blockchain intelligence firm predicted worldwide cryptocurrency digital asset usage shot up by 880% in its 2021 Global Crypto Adoption Index report. This is not going the opposite direction. This is mass adoption taking place. Chainalysis evaluated the United States 8th overall for adoption, and that's a shame. 8th, Vietnam topped the list, followed by India, Pakistan. Now I understand, James. Me and James were having a conversation about India. Vietnam tops the list. Second is India. There's 1 billion people in India. 1 billion people. It's not something to be ignored. Pakistan, Ukraine, Kenya, Ukraine. Look at that. Oh, I'm acting like you guys can see my screen. I'm highlighting it. Ukraine, Kenya, Nigeria, and Venezuela. According to Chainalysis, a drop in peer-to-peer trade volumes in the United States as cryptocurrency trading institutionalized knocked the country down several charts. Good morning, Aldo from Billings. This is a significant development for the crypto industry as a whole. It's worth noting that sentiment and narrative shift over time. Despite making progress in the right direction, this niche sector is still vulnerable to illegal, oh, here we go, I was waiting for them to do that, illegal activities and regulatory barriers. As a result, the cryptocurrency market's nature is still extremely unpredictable, at least in the near future. This is the Fed's report on crypto in the United States. So you don't need to believe me. You don't need to believe anybody else you see on social media. And for those who say, well, what does the government have to say about it? There you go. 46% of American crypto holders, and there's only 12% of the American population is crypto holders. 46% of them earn over $100,000 a year. So you are in the right space. And if you're not earning $100,000 a year, it's just a matter of time. Get yourself crypto educated first. You don't have to start with a lot. I started with $30. $30. I made $100,000 in my first 3 months. But it was the education that made that happen and a little bit of luck. One guarantee that I do have is that you will lose money in this space. Accept it. Be prepared for it. If you follow my 4 rules, which we covered last night on the 5-day challenge, no matter what you do in crypto, whether it's just building yourself a portfolio of crypto tokens, whether you're getting involved in NFTs, metaverse, DeFi, crypto projects, or direct selling or network marketing companies in crypto, if you follow the 4 rules, you will be okay and better than okay. You won't lose your house or your car when things go bad. And speaking of crypto opportunities, how would you like to know how to vet opportunities properly? How would you like to know how to, if you see an advertisement from Facebook or a friend of yours is telling you that there's a new company that you can be a part of and everybody's getting rich and you don't have to do nothing, or people like to put $1 in the machine and pull $2 out with no other effort whatsoever, you know, things that's guaranteeing 1 or 2 or 3% a day, all those type of programs. How would you like to be able to vet those programs yourself without having to rely on somebody else doing it for you? If the answer is yes, then tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, I'm going to be doing a special crypto talk tonight. Hopefully, and it better be, because as soon as I get off of this, I'm on with the internet people. They better get my stuff back up and running. I'll be on internet style. If not, I'll do it the same way I'm doing it right here, because I don't need to share screen with this. But tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, I'm gonna show you exactly how to vet properly, and I do so by telling stories. You know, I gotta always explain things in a way that my mom can understand, so that even if you don't have much experience, you can still figure out if something is a right fit for you. Now understand, this is not going to be me putting anybody down or any company down, because a company could be right for one person and wrong for you based on your strategy. A company might be great for you but horrible for your friend. You both could be in the same opportunity, and one person make millions and another person lose everything in the same opportunity. So I'm going to cover all of that tonight, but it is not going to be an open crypto talk like this. I'm going to be doing it for the ILCA community, not just the inner circle, but everybody, which means you don't have to pay to hear this. The only thing you have to do is register for the next 5-day challenge, which is coming up on June 21st. So first, if you have never registered before, get back to the person who's invited you to listen to me, or you just stumbled upon me through somebody else through an invite, and they're going to send you a link. They're going to send you a link that you can use to register, so that, because once you register, you're going to get an email, and the email is going to invite you to a special group, my ILCA Facebook group, where I will be going live tonight. You don't have to pay. All you have to do is register. And then if you don't have anybody that has told you about ILCA or invited you, send me a private message and I'm going to send you the link. Send me a private message and I'm going to send you the link so that you can use, so that you can register for tonight. And you'll automatically be registered for the next 5-day challenge in June, which is going to be the biggest. But the reason why I say it that way is because ILCA is not just for education, but ILCA you can actually make money with just for sharing with others. So I want our members to have an opportunity to put their links out there to share with people for free and no charge. I'm giving away free content tonight. And the information that I share tonight can save your life financially by implementing it for free. So that's tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. How to properly vet companies for you. Not the company as a whole in general, whether it's good or not, but is it a good opportunity for you? That's what we're going to be doing tonight. So with that, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank all of you for plugging into our 5-day challenge. We're going to be doing a recap call this Monday night, a recap call at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And it's going to be in our, wait, do I do the recap call open? Yeah, I think I do that open for everybody. It's gonna be just like this. I'm gonna do a recap call for everybody on Monday night. Our next crypto talk will be Monday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, but that is for the inner circle members only. You have to be an inner circle member only, ilcasecrets.com. And as a member, as an inner circle, you're gonna get day-to-day information from us. We never stop learning. Exciting times ahead. Enjoy, even though I know Monday's Memorial Day weekend, that's when everybody is home. They have some time, have their barbecue, open up a can of beer, and listen to me talk about crypto. How about that? So that's going to be happening on Monday. And somewhere along the line, I got to find a way. I got to take my dad to go see Top Gun. Can't wait to see that movie also. So with that, enjoy your weekend, everybody. I'll see the rest of you guys who are smart enough to hop on tonight 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Bitcoin Brandon out. Bye bye.